Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on education. In this video we're going to look at post-feminist education, the work of Jessica Ringrose. Access to education has improved significantly for girls over recent decades, but inequalities persist in more subtle ways. Ringrose investigates how contemporary schooling shapes girls' experiences through the lens of post-feminism and sexualized culture, exploring how gender, identity and power intersect in secondary schools. Post-feminism refers to a cultural perspective that suggests that traditional feminist struggles for equality have already been achieved, and therefore focuses on individual choice, empowerment and self-presentation. However, critics argue it places responsibility on women and girls to manage themselves, rather than addressing ongoing structural inequalities. Ringrose's study considers how girls negotiated social pressures around appearance, sexuality and behaviour, and how these pressures affect their education and self-concept. Ringrose used a qualitative research approach, drawing on interviews, focus groups and ethnographic observations in secondary schools. Her sample included adolescent girls from a range of schools in England, representing different socio-economic backgrounds. The research aimed to capture girls' own perspectives on schooling, gender expectations and peer culture, allowing an in-depth understanding of the sexual politics of school life. By focusing on the lived experiences of girls, Ringrose examined the ways in which schools are shaped by cultural and social expectations of femininity, rather than purely academic or policy-driven concerns. The findings reveal that girls are under significant pressure to conform to post-feminist ideals, these ideals being academically successful while simultaneously adhering to narrow standards of beauty, sexuality and self-presentation. Ringrose shows that girls navigate a tension between striving for academic achievement and managing their social identities, particularly in relation to peers. This can lead to a form of disciplinary self-surveillance, where girls regulate their own behaviour and appearance in response to school norms and peer judgment. The research also highlights the impact of sexualised peer culture on girls' experiences. Girls reported that they are judged and labelled according to their sexual behaviour or appearance, which can influence their confidence, participation in school, and even relationships with teachers. This reflects a broader post-feminist narrative that places responsibility for success or failure squarely on the individual, rather than recognising structural inequalities. Ringrose argues that while schools often claim to promote gender equality, the sexual politics of schooling reproduce subtle forms of gendered control and pressure, shaping girls' identities in ways that can constrain their educational experiences. Ringrose's study has several strengths. Its qualitative design provides rich, detailed insights into girls' lived experiences, capturing the complexity of identity, peer relationships and school culture. Ethnographic observations allow the researcher to see how gender norms are enacted in practice, not just discussed in interviews. However, there are limitations. The research focuses on a specific age group and social context, which may limit generalizability. Additionally, the emphasis on post-feminist pressures may underplay other factors influencing girls' educational experiences, such as teaching quality, family support, or broader social economic inequalities. The study is highly relevant to AQA A-level sociology students, particularly in the context of gender and education. It provides evidence that contemporary schooling is shaped not only by the formal curricula, but also by cultural and peer pressures that reinforce gender inequalities. The research connects with feminist theories, including post-feminism and liberal feminism, by examining how gendered expectations influence girls' behaviour, choices and self-perception. Ringrose also highlights the concept of intersectionality, showing that girls' experiences are shaped by a combination of gender, social class and peer dynamics. The study has implications for policy and practice, emphasising the need for schools to address sexualised culture and peer pressures, alongside formal academic support in order to provide genuine gender equality. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on education, looking at the work of Jessica Ringrose and post-feminist education. Thanks for watching.